It's day 2 of the 2018 CCCAA Water Polo Championships live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Early start moved up today to 8 a.m. The third place game in the women's bracket. San Joaquin Delta and Santa Barbara join Jeff Stoynoff, Mike Cepeda, Emery Johnson on the call.
And a very pleasant good morning and welcome to Saratoga. It's the men's and women's water polo championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We are underway in our third place game in the women's bracket. Early start here, dealing with the weather issues this weekend, but water polo underway, and a quick shot from Santa Barbara City College wide. That shot came from Sarah Parson, as it's San Joaquin Delta and Santa Barbara City College here playing for third place. Coming up, we will have the men's and women's championship for you in our next two games. Championship Saturday here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And we hope to have the third place game on the men's side. That still a question at this point. They'll have to make a determination dealing with the air quality here in the wake of the fires, of course, here in California over this last week or so. But that decision will be made a little bit later on. We have 3 games slated for sure, starting with this one between Santa Barbara and San Joaquin Delta. Transition opportunity developing for Santa Barbara. Shimizu in from the right. Pulls up, trying to get a handle. Lost the handle on the way up. Now cocks again and scores. Shimizu gets Santa Barbara City College on the board in a quick 1-0 lead. Joined on the broadcast by Mike Zapata. Michael, good morning.
Good morning. It's cold.
It is brisk. But that's all right. We're here. We're bundled up, poolside. That's just how you want to be poolside, bundled up, isn't it?
Well, you're bundled up. My hands are freezing. Spread the word, everybody. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, streaming live here today on day 2 of the 2018 Water Polo Championships in the 3C2A. And, well, if you were expecting a different time slot, that's because this game was moved up. So, Jeff, I know you've already gone over the particulars. 3 games slated today. But we'd like to make sure the friends and family that would like to watch this game have an opportunity to do so live, in addition to the archive copy that it will present on YouTube after the fact.
Foul called and our first exclusion. The Mustangs go on the power play. Back up to Lamey. Swings it across, Diaz up top, and they'll work it around far side. Shot over the crossbar. Nicole Poulos in goal, got a hand on that one. And Delta comes up empty on the power play. The score remains 1-0 Santa Barbara. Just underway here in the first period. Frazier brings it up on the near side. Emma Frazier, 120 goals coming into the weekend. She had 2 goals in the loss to Sierra College yesterday to lead Santa Barbara City College, but the defending champs fall short 10-6, and they'll battle here for third. Lob pass down low, turnaround shot from Dykstra. And Powell able to get a hand on it for the save. So Talia Powell, a big save.
What an impressive performance yesterday from Delta in the loss to Fullerton. You know, that's a game where they were really down early, and Delta really found another gear. They were able to get their transition attack going against a very tough #1 seed from the South in Fullerton, and nearly pulled off the upset going to overtime in that one.
Yeah, they trailed 4-1 in the first period, but managed to take an 11-10 lead in the fourth before the Hornets came back, scored the last 3, 2 of them coming in overtime.
They had an opportunity
to pull out the win.
Too.
Kleinert from 6 meters out, and the save by Poulos.
This is an exclusion. We're going back the other way.
So after the shot, the exclusion, and another power play, they quickly work it down low, and another whistle. Witkowski with her first touch. The foul, she'll send it back out. And the pass back in over Witkowski, and the turnover will give it back to Santa Barbara. So a couple of early opportunities for the Mustangs, but Santa Barbara maintains the 1-0 lead. Frazier holding out right, a double team comes, and they've got the steal. Diaz able to pull that one away. They'll look to break. Witkowski trying to get ahead, but Santa Barbara back on defense, and Diaz starts to spin, loses the handle, and it's stolen back by Santa Barbara. So back-to-back turnovers. McKilligan Long pass ahead, looking for Dykstra. Dykstra in from the left, Mosqueda back. Lofts. And a foul at the 2-meter line as Alyssa Russell-Sadoff was establishing position. No exclusion, so the team stay at even strength. Errant pass back to the top, recovered by Parson. Trying to work it down low, turnaround shot. McKillican couldn't quite get the handle, couldn't get much on that shot, and it's an easy save for Powell. We'll try to initiate a break back the other way. Lamy with a lob pass. In from the left, it's Whitney Lee. Swings it back out to the top. Mosqueda on the wing, wants Witkowski down low. Turnaround shot from Witkowski is on point, but Poulos is there for the save. So that's the first shot from Witkowski. But a relatively easy save for Poulos.
3:28 to go here in the first quarter.
Still 1-0, low scoring to start. McKillican all the way across. And Santa Barbara content to take some time. Shot from the 5-meter line over the crossbar. Frazier. So Frazier's second shot, and Powell just got a hand on it. Able to send that over the crossbar. Well, it was a slow start for the Mustangs offensively yesterday. And they managed to rebound nicely. Santa Barbara, for their part, took the early lead in the game against Sierra before Sierra came storming back for the 10-6 win. McKillican gets the good feed. Comes up shooting and scores. I thought I heard a whistle before the shot.
How many times are you going to give him the ball?
So wave off the score for McKillican. But now we'll have an exclusion in Santa Barbara. We'll go on the power play. Immediate shot from the far side off the crossbar, but a long rebound recovered by Santa Barbara. Russell-Sadoff sends it to the top. Now she'll get it back on the wing. Russell-Sadoff in from the right, back up top. And the foul gives it back to San Joaquin Delta. So Santa Barbara, nothing doing on their first power play opportunity. Delta will bring it back. Lamy will dribble it up. Met by Dykstra. Lee passes out of the double team. Lamy lobs for Witkowski. Witkowski battling Emma Frazier down low. That's a matchup of leading scorers, and it's Frazier who picks up the exclusion. So after the kick out, Mustangs back on the power play. Mosqueda swings it outside. Gets it back from Kleinert. Another whistle. Foul called, stays with Delta. Shot clock at 19, lob shot over the crossbar. Lamy tried to sneak that one in under the bar, but a little too strong. 1:41 to go in the opening period. Third place game. Men's and women's water polo championships here today on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Long pass and a foul called, looking for Dykstra. And Dykstra up with it. Lobs to the whole set. And we'll have an exclusion. So power play Santa Barbara. Lamy is sent off. Santa Barbara looking to extend on the 1-0 lead, but the pass too strong. That'll send Parson back to recover. Still plenty of time, 21 seconds on the shot clock. Good pass, one-timer is too strong. Parson.
Right at the camera.
Yeah, Parson going after the camera.
She's going after your living room.
There's a good opportunity developing for Sarah Parson. Caught it and fired off the quick shot, but too strong. And the score still 1-0. Mosqueda, who got things started for Delta yesterday, scoring the first couple of goals to keep them in the game early.
46 seconds here in the first quarter.
Lamy checked by Torrey Bray, who is checked in. Foul called. And now it's Kleinert going to work, and Nathan Varash wants a timeout on the Delta sideline. He wants to talk it over. 33 seconds to go, opening period, 1-0 Santa Barbara City. It's the men's and women's water polo championship on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mustangs out of the timeout, trailing this one 1-0. Time enough for one more possession here in the opening period. This is the third meeting of the season between these two teams. Both games so far having gone to Santa Barbara 10-6 and 15-6.
Hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah, the Vaqueros with a couple of wins. And obviously, one thing we can glean from this opening quarter, a little different feel to this game, just one goal on the board in the opening period, so not as high scoring as we've seen.
You maybe attribute that to the weather a little bit. It is cold.
Kleinert. Skip pass to the far side. Lamy guarded closely, the foul call. The Mustangs will reset. Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Running out of time. Now the Mustangs going to have to fire from out front. Mosqueda gets one off over the crossbar.
5 seconds here, and this is going to be the final possession.
Yeah, Santa Barbara taking a couple of fouls there, making the Mustangs reset, and ultimately able to wind that shot clock down. Not much of a shot from Delta as we come to the end of the first period with Santa Barbara City leading it 1-0. Getting set to drop the ball for period number 2. 1-0 Vaqueros. Third place game. Women's Water Polo Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, and Santa Barbara City in the dark caps, working it from right to left here in the second period. Frazier wide right, gets it to the top. Dykstra guarded by Lee. Now she'll back off. A wet pass to the near side finds McKillican. Dykstra rises up, fires high. Score remains 1-0. Inside move for Lamy. And Lamy on the drive. Tries to gather. And that shot over the crossbar. As we welcome in Emery Johnson. And Emery, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Trying to stay warm.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly. You know, the one thing to remember, these players in the water are actually a lot warmer than we are,
yes,
believe it or not.
Exactly. They're the lucky one. Turnaround shot. And that deflected by Powell. Talia Powell with the save, and the score stays 1-0. That was a good look for Parson. Was able to turn around and get that shot on goal. And Powell able to just get enough of it to send it wide. Entry pass nearly stolen, but a foul called against Dykstra.
So you see Santa Barbara's playing one in the middle right here in the front. Very typical of what we saw yesterday. They're just trying to get those long shots and open those windows.
One-timer and a goal.
Just like that.
Yep.
To my point, they only have one in front because they're able to throw from outside just like that. And there you go. We got a score on the board for Santa Barbara.
Diaz, the leading scorer yesterday for San Joaquin Delta, in the loss to Fullerton, tallies here to tie it up at 1 early in the second. Well, yeah, they went away from the whole set there and elected to go with the skip pass across.
Yep.
And it was Diaz able to get it into the window there, a very tight window. He's got a one-time and get it off very quickly, but she did.
Yeah, that's you got to be able to move quickly in the water with your arms, and especially if you're an outside shooter like that. And it's really convenient if you're a really strong swimmer to be able to do that, because that opens up so many more options for your offense early on, because they have to defend that outside ball and put more defenders in the middle.
The foul, meanwhile, on Taylor Campbell, but eventually Santa Barbara coughs it up, and now a counterattack developing for Delta. Madison Lincoln, who has checked in, is fouled, and Santa Barbara will look to set up their defense. Shot from Mosqueda, and a save by Poulos. Well, this is quite similar to what we saw yesterday. It seems like a different Mustang team in the second period.
Yeah.
No goals in the first, but now a couple of shots on goal, including a score from Diaz to tie it up. Touch pass from Dykstra back outside.
You see 4 across the board on the front, 2 in the back. They're really trying to move that misdirection ball. You know, they're not going to be shooting from the outside. They're not set up for it at the moment. Their heavy throwers are kind of wide, so they're trying to get that misdirection.
Parson misses from the near side.
As she makes me eat my words. But it's all about the scheme that you have, that you're running, at least in front of the net there, because
well, we haven't seen much from Emma Frazier so far, the leading scorer in the 3C2A for Santa Barbara, and you can be sure that the Mustangs, after 2 meetings with them, well aware of who Emma Frazier is, and obviously they're looking to take her away, as the score remains knotted at 1:5:16 to go here in the second period. So the Mustangs take a timeout. And we're back to go. Nathan Brush looking to set something up as San Joaquin Delta looks for the lead. Lamy to her left. Let's see, Hannah Wigzell on her closely, now drops off. Lamy off the post, rebound out front, still loose, finished off by Witkowski. So Witkowski on the fortuitous bounce that came right back out to the 2-meter line. She's able to quickly backhand one in.
Yeah, that's just really bad luck. I mean, a good shot in the top corner, but the goalie was not able to contain it completely, and that was an easy tap in for the one girl in the middle there for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, Witkowski, a sophomore from Tracy. And what a season she has had, an All-American as a freshman. And you can be sure after 60-plus goals that she's heading back to All-America status here in her sophomore season.
Absolutely. I mean, that's where the Division I schools are looking for.
Meanwhile, an exclusion.
Well, they get to go on the power play here, and always an advantage. Try to get that score back up level.
Dykstra at the point. Let's see if they can get Emma Frazier into the fold here after, on the kick out. Right now they got Russell Sadoff down low. Up top to Dykstra. On the near side. They get it to the middle, double team coming. And Russell Sadoff loses the handle.
That was very good defense. You could say she lost the handle, but I'm going to be honest with you. That's right there, the middle defender.
Yep.
Just grabbing the ball and then doing what we would call a slip and just moving the ball slightly underneath her arm. It's not completely underwater, might be a little bit, but you know the advantage is definitely there for the defender who can make that move work.
Mosqueda has it stolen on the drive. Dykstra able to rip it away. Chucky Roth wants his team to run. Russell Sadoff looking down low. Instead goes back up top to Dykstra. Now they move Emma Frazier down low, and she is surrounded in the whole set.
Oh, they had a big lane right in front of the goal there for a second. They're only 3 across, and now they're moving back to 4.
Wet pass from McKillican, and a foul called. And now the Mustangs with a couple of players running as the shot clock winds down.
Wow.
Well, that was a real opportunity for San Joaquin Delta, but the ball ended up with Russell Sadoff, who got a shot off as the shot clock was expiring. It was off the crossbar, so the score remains 2-1.
That's really tough.
But a couple of white caps were on the move, and nobody was back for Santa Barbara. Quick pass, Mosqueda open
Dangerous.
At the 2-meter line off the post. Poulos will recover for Santa Barbara. A great scoring chance for Letty Mosqueda, and she just missed it.
That was a very near goal right there.
Long pass down to the 2-meter line, and foul called. No kick out. We're still at even strength. McKillican over to Tori Bray. Gets it back on the give and go. McKillican trying to get the handle. And instead the foul is going to go against Santa Barbara. And it will go back to San Joaquin Delta. So McKillican for a moment worked herself free on a give and go, but couldn't get a shot off. And instead the Mustangs will look to extend on the 2-1 lead. Alford, who has checked in. And they get it down low to Mosqueda. Mosqueda, turn around, lob. Did it get in?
No.
No, off the post.
I was watching there.
Just stayed out.
I was watching there on the third camera monitor, and it.
Boy, even from our angle, that was incredibly close here. Meanwhile, a counter for Santa Barbara, and McKillican's going to be fouled. This will be a kick out.
Now remember, you know, they have this. They have the technology at the higher levels, but. to review it and look at it, but remember, the ball has to be completely over the line.
Let's correct that very quickly. That foul in the 5-meter area. So that's going to be a penalty shot here. So not a kick out, but rather a penalty shot for Emma Frazier and a chance to tie this one up. And Frazier converts.
And that's a tie ball game right there.
Frazier had a couple of goals yesterday, and that's her first score here today. And it comes with 1:53 to go in the first half, and a brand new ball game tied at 2. Both these teams continuing to make regular appearances here at the state championship, 4th in a row for San Joaquin Delta. And of course, Santa Barbara, the champions last year. And they made it back this year once again. So power programs here in the CCCAA. And more of the same later today when you get Sierra going against Fullerton.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that game. I mean, both teams had such a...
Shot from way out front from Lee, and Poulos in position to make the save.
Both teams had such good first rounds here in the yesterday, in the day one of the finals.
Tori Bray on the left. Bray on the drive. Box fires, blocked out front. And over the crossbar, Diaz able to get a hand in on that one and knock it over the crossbar. And now Mustangs looking to run. Quick foul called. Mosqueda gets the pass at the 5-meter line off the crossbar. Long rebound.
The moment I saw her open, she had way too much space out there. And yeah, that's a long throw, but she almost nailed that top corner.
Russell Sadoff able to corral it. Vaqueros will look to counter. Bray centers. Parson holding as the defense conversion. Here comes the whistle.
We'll see if they call an exclusion here. They don't.
So the teams stay at even strength. Bray wants to enter it in again down low. Another whistle. There's the exclusion.
Yeah. Just a little too much hand movement under the water for the ref's liking.
32 seconds remain, so Santa Barbara City can play for the final shot here with the man advantage. Chucky Roth wants to talk it over. Timeout here from Saratoga. It's the men's and women's water polo championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Santa Barbara setting up for a final shot here in the first half. Game tied at 2. They will have the advantage on the exclusion. 32 seconds remain. They come out with Frazier and McKillican at the point.
So this is a little bit of a different look to start off. They got 3 directly in the middle there. Excuse me. I was looking at Santa Barbara. Same look that we've been getting. They got four cross.
Yeah, they're going to go with the 4-2, and they got Dykstra.
I'll take advantage of that that power play that you got.
Dykstra at the center forward along with Parson. So 2 down low.
Emma. Allie, Kemi. Mig.
And work it to the far side. Russell Sadoff up top, Dykstra.
Go Wig.
Around to McKillican.
Parson.
Skip pass. Quick pass and a shot from Parson and a block
Yeah,
by Powell. That's a big time save by Talia Powell.
That's a very big save. And actually, I was going to say, Santa Barbara's got to be careful because they had their middle blockers right there, the middle defenders moving out, and they were getting away
shot
from the
off the crossbar from the center line. Almost finds the back of the net from Kleinert. And instead, we head to the half. With the game tied at 2, we'll watch this final shot on the replay here as we take it out. Halftime from West Valley College, the men's and women's water polo championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Set to start the third quarter. And a tie ball game, 2-2 San Joaquin Delta and Santa Barbara. Here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mustangs making their 4th consecutive appearance in the championships. And for Santa Barbara, nearly equaling that streak. This is their 3rd consecutive year in the state championship. So 2 programs with a lot of success in recent years. And more of the same here in 2018 as they battle for 3rd place. Sprint underway, and we're going here in the 3rd quarter. Tip free, and the Mustangs will go on offense first. Kleinert dribbles in. Witkowski trying to establish position down low. They find her. Triple team comes, and Dykstra able to rip that one away, and that's a couple of steals for Kemi Dykstra here today. And that was a terrific job ripping that one free before Witkowski could muster a shot. Frazier lobs for the far post, and Talia Powell able to get a hand on that one.
605! TK!
Mustangs want a counter, but the long pass broken up, but a whistle and a foul called. Russell Sadoff able to step in front on that one, and this one's going back to Santa Barbara. Russell Sadoff working against Whitney Lee over on the far side. Russell Sadoff wins the ball. Early 3rd. Game tied at 2. Tori Bray has come on. She has it at the center line. Drops it for Parson. Parson on the wing. Vaqueros have 2 working down low, but the wet pass wide of the mark, and Alyssa Russell Sadoff can't find it, and instead it's Kleinert that comes up with it for San Joaquin Delta.
I'm going to say that's a good look for the Santa Barbara defense there. They've been kind of falling short with one in the middle playing defense, and that's never a good thing, especially because Delta likes to run 4 across on the bottom.
This is Kleinert. Kleinert guarded closely by Shimizu. There's a foul. Quick pass to Witkowski. Witkowski has room, goes to the backhand, and it's blocked by Poulos. Bye. I'll tell you, Witkowski got a pretty good shot off there in traffic. She was having to ward off a defender, and she flicked it with the backhand. Foul called, and we'll have an exclusion. Madison Lincoln is sent off. Santa Barbara will have the man advantage after the kick out. And a timeout taken by Chucky Roth. We'll step aside. 6:15 to go in the 3rd, still tied at 2. Power play opportunity for Santa Barbara in a 2-2 game. They'll come out with Parson at the center forward. Santa Barbara sets up in a 3-3. Dykstra up top, Wigzell. Hannah Wigzell works it around to McKillican. Skip pass to the near side. Russell Sadoff tries to center and does. Shot clock at 15. Russell Sadoff tried to set up the one-timer for McKillican. And the pass too strong, now down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna have to fire off the crossbar. Rebound high and falls to Talia Powell. Quick counter looking for Mosqueda. And they have an exclusion. They have an open net right now. They're gonna send the goalkeeper off. Mosqueda quick center to Wachowski. Wachowski quickly doubled.
Wow. Oh,
what an
goodness.
opportunity for San Joaquin Delta.
That was a huge missed opportunity, to say the
Nathan
least.
Varash is on the sideline, and he just yelled, "Shoot the ball!" And you know they didn't even get a shot off there. And what an opportunity missed there for the Mustangs with an empty net. And a good job by Santa Barbara with a couple of players getting back to at least try and do some type of goaltending. And ultimately, though, if you're Delta, you can walk away with no shot there. It's certainly a missed opportunity to be sure. Meanwhile, Santa Barbara going to turn it back over, so we're still tied at 2. And again, the Mustangs want to run, and they have an opportunity. Quick centering pass at the 2-meter line, and a goal.
Beautiful.
That time, Delta converts as Nathan Varash at the edge of the pool thrusts his arms upward. That's the goal they were looking for. It's all smiles for the Mustangs as they take the 3-2 lead. Well, it took an extra possession, but Taylor Campbell with the skip shot finds the goal, and a 3-2 lead for San Joaquin Delta. 4:35 to go in the third.
That was just a matter of being in the right place at the right time there. And I mean, you're finding the open net because of being able to swim a lot faster than the person guarding you. And what a good job in the pursuit.
They try to enter it down low, looking for Russell Sadoff. Whistle comes in and an exclusion coming. So the kick out gives the power play to Santa Barbara. Neither team has converted on a man advantage so far here today. Dykstra rises, fires, and scores.
Well, there
we go. That ends that streak. See, my Jinx ability is in mid-season form, even here at the championships. I don't need a lot of time to warm up. Tied at 3.
I mean, that's
just, I talk about it, and it's just seconds later, and Kemi Dykstra converts.
Well, you watch her. She actually looks off the defender there. Again, we were talking about that yesterday, like a quarterback. You're looking right, looking to pass towards somebody who's possibly on that near post side. And what that does is it allows either you to go for the pass that the defender has been now looked off of, or you can just throw right past the head of your player, which it sounds scary, and it is when a giant water polo ball is flying by your head at really quick speed, but it fools the goalie because they're not able to see past the other player's head when you're down on the water like that.
Steal by Santa Barbara. Wigzell able to dig it out. They almost turn it over. Do the Vaqueros as whistles come in, and they do. Here's Wachowski out front, and another whistle comes in when Wachowski was one-on-one with Poulos. The ball going back to Santa Barbara. So before Wachowski can get a shot off, the foul gives it back to Santa Barbara. Quick pass ahead on the wing. Shimizu centers for McKillican. McKillican has that shot blocked out front.
That's an excellent job of getting wide right there at the last second.
3:20 to go in the third. Another tight ball game in the women's bracket. We've had nothing but here this weekend. from Saratoga, West Valley College, the men's and women's water polo championship. And well, we had a classic in semifinal number 2 that went to overtime, and this one's tied at 3 in the third quarter. These teams battling for third place. Quick pass. Lee on the wing. Back out to Diaz. They get it to the point. Touch pass to Mosqueda. Mosqueda from the 5-meter line. Rebound to Witkowski. One-on-one, and Witkowski scores. Witkowski on the rebound. Her second goal of the game gives the Mustangs a 4-3 lead. As we take a look at the replay, and this just a fortuitous bounce, right place, right time, and Witkowski works herself free. And not much chance for Poulos. Working against Witkowski one-on-one, goes to the skip shot and scores. 2:47 to go in the third meeting of the season between these two teams. The 2 previous meetings went to Santa Barbara in fairly routine fashion, including a 15-6 victory for Santa Barbara in the second meeting between these 2 teams. But the Mustangs turning the tables, much more competitive here today in the championship round. Third place game, and they lead it 4-3. Foul called on Taylor Campbell. Exclusion coming. Nope. They'll go to work, even strength. Back up top, Wigzell has to recover. Shot clock at 25. Russell Sadoff centers, one-timer. Lily Riley. Haven't seen a lot of Lily Riley this weekend.
And only Lily Riley.
Out of Laguna Niguel, and Lily Riley ties this one up at 4 on a terrific feed. Riley with the one-timer just powers it past Talia Powell, who got her hands on it but couldn't corral it. So a tie ball game once again.
Oh no!
Foul called on Wigzell.
I don't know if we can change the other.
Kleiner in possession, and Wigzell picks up another foul. Now she'll drop off. Wigzell comes back, pressuring Kleiner. Finds a cutter, and a foul called. Whitney Lee earns the exclusion for Delta. So McKillican will head to the side, and the Mustangs will go with a man advantage. Alford swings it around, one-timer off the post. Kleiner had a small window, but found the post. Still a tie game. Vaqueros in transition, and a hard drive for Dykstra. A whistle goes against San Joaquin Delta, but no exclusion. So we'll stay at even strength. Check that, they are going to send Mosqueda off. Russell Sadoff. Up top, Wigzell. Over to the far side. McKillican. Back up top, this is Tori Bray. McKillican on the wing. And McKillican with the goal. Megan McKillican. Five different Vaqueros
McKillican
with goals, and boy, awfully tight window there from McKillican, and a terrific shot. She converts, so after the Mustangs take the 4-3 lead, Santa Barbara comes back with a couple of quick scores, and they lead at 5-4 with 1:09 to go in the third quarter. Mosqueda, guarded by Riley. Mosqueda gets it to Lee, and the whistle comes, an exclusion coming. The Mustangs quickly go to work, but now they'll blow the whistle and stop play. Alford's going to send the ball out. 52 seconds to go, 5-4 Santa Barbara with the lead. But the Mustangs with an opportunity here with the man advantage. Mosqueda at the point, skip shot to score. Mosqueda with her first tally. And the game tied at 5. Well, after a highly defensive first half, really first 2.5 quarters, it's been a flurry of scoring here late in the third.
And the floodgates have opened here.
And a tie ball game at 5.
Well, the offense is warmed up with the temperature, thank goodness.
Yeah. So here come the Vaqueros, looking for the lead. Wigzell looking for Russell Sadoff. And instead they're going to send off Kleinert. So another power play for Santa Barbara. They'll send the ball out, timeout in the pool. 27 seconds to go. Tie ball game, 5-all here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Time for one more possession here in the third quarter with the game tied at 5. The Vaqueros on the power play. They'll bring it in to Poulos. Poulos gets it ahead to McKillican. This is Dykstra. Over to Alyssa Russell Sadoff. Back up top. Wigzell. Skip shot, and Powell with a terrific save. A whistle on the rebound, and they're going to say this is off of Powell, so we'll have a corner throw. 12 seconds. And Powell, or I should say, the throw-in will come from Santa Barbara. Send it back to the Mustangs. 8 seconds, they've got to hurry. Mosqueda with inside water. Mosqueda musters, lost the handle, up again, still can't get a shot off, and that'll end the third period. Great job by Dykstra getting back to bother the shot from Mosqueda.
Yeah, she could have easily checked out, but that's great hustle, and we go into the fourth, tied at 5.
It's the men's and women's water polo championship from West Valley College here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. set for the sprint. Start of the fourth quarter. Game tied at 5.
Little drama to start off the day here, Jeffrey.
Yeah, the Mustangs really working overtime this weekend. They went overtime in the semis. And a tie ball game here going to the fourth. The Vaqueros in the dark caps. Again, working right to left here in the fourth. Mustangs in the white caps. Working it from left to right. And the ball won by Santa Barbara. They will go on offense to start the fourth. Alyssa Russell-Sadoff picks up a quick foul from Taylor Campbell. Gets it to the point. Hannah Wigzell. Wet pass. Looking for Parson. Parson took a little off, but didn't fool Talia Powell. So Powell with the save. Long pass looking for Mosqueda, dropped it in nicely, but Mosqueda wasn't quite ready. Foul goes against the Mustangs and gives it back to Santa Barbara. Well, that was a terrific pass from Talia Powell. Dropped in the deep pass, Mosqueda not quite ready. Vaqueros looking for the lead, Dykstra backing off. McKillican alone at the point. She'll dribble in, fire from just inside the 5-meter line. Long rebound to Mosqueda. Well, McKillican had a good look, but found the crossbar. The game stays tied at 5. Mosqueda can't get to the wet pass, and instead it's Alyssa Russell-Sadoff with the steal. Sadoff will dribble it ahead. The Vaqueros want to counter. Sadoff in from the left, lost the handle, now regains as the whistle comes in. Still even strength. They'll start again and now turn back over. Another foul against Santa Barbara. And Mustangs dodge a bullet there, as it looked as though Santa Barbara was developing a good counter opportunity. Mustangs back on offense. Witkowski out front. Gets it back to Whitney Lee. Lee gonna back off. Goes to Alford at the point. Alford drops it for Witkowski. Witkowski starts a spin move. Foul called. Are we gonna have an exclusion?
You know, Jeffrey, two teams that are very familiar with each other, having played each other twice this season, even though they're separated by the north and the south.
Okay, before the shot on Mosqueda, they're going to wave that shot off. And now we'll have the exclusion. I thought I heard that we were going to have a kick out, but nobody came off initially. Now Shimizu does come off for Santa Barbara. So the power play coming for San Joaquin Delta. 5:53 to go in the game.
Getting back to my point about these two teams, and you know, Santa Barbara and San Joaquin Delta, they played each other twice. One of those very handily beaten was San Joaquin Delta, 15-6, I believe you mentioned earlier. You know, I put some credit to Coach Nathan Baroche, doing a great job of basically evolving his team throughout the season. Had a chance yesterday to propel his team to the championship game. Coming up a little short, going to overtime against the top team in the South in Fullerton, but
so often
you got to give that program some credit.
Yeah, so often in these north-south battles as we do our championship coverage here, it's teams that have not seen each other throughout the year, seldom see each other working in two different conferences in the north and in the south. But water polo is different than that. Usually these teams have played a few times during the year, and it creates a different dynamic and an interesting matchup. Whitney Lee. Skip pass too strong, looking for Mosqueda, who will have to recover. Still an advantage. Diaz in from the left, and the shot blocked by Poulos. Poulos stones Diaz on a good look from the 2-meter line. Still tied at 5. Quick counter, Wigzell up off the crossbar. Got a good feed from Shimizu. And Wigzell for the moment had inside water but couldn't convert, finds the crossbar instead. Couple of opportunities for Santa Barbara here early in the fourth, but they haven't been able to find the back of the net. And we're still tied at 5. Witkowski with a strong drive. Witkowski rises, loses the handle. Foul coming. Nobody sent off. So Witkowski fouled again by Wigzell. And as they send Bray off a quick shot.
That's a great job by Witkowski, knowing that everybody was pretty much off guard as the exclusion went into play. And she puts it in alertly.
Yeah, that's her third goal, and that happened very fast. And Chucky Roth wants to talk to the refs.
Oh, Witkowski has been a focal point for defenses throughout this weekend. And she has a hat trick here today in the third place game.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a foul there on a drive by Whitney Lee. And as Tori Bray was heading off, the Mustangs alertly went right back to work, found Witkowski, who had a little bit of room. And Witkowski able to convert, 6-5 lead for San Joaquin Delta. Long pass to the 2-meter line, looking for Alyssa Russell-Sadoff, but the double team coming and they knock it free. Taylor Campbell able to rip that one out. Now San Joaquin Delta wants to counter. Mosqueda driving on Wigzell and turns it over. Foul going back to Santa Barbara.
4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Hannah Wigzell across, looking for Alyssa Russell-Sadoff. Sadoff in from the left, nobody picks her up. Balks now lobs and slips it into the corner for the goal. So Russell-Sadoff takes a little something off, lobs it over Talia Powell, and we are tied again at 6. Boy, neither team seems to be able to work themselves free in this one. Nip and tuck affair.
I was just going to say that, Stoy.
Yep.
Hey, Sherry. Nice shot, Sherry.
So Lily Riley checks in, replacing Sarah Parson for Santa Barbara. We're tied at 6. Santa Barbara bringing some pressure on Whitney Lee, and they nearly had the steal. But the foul instead. Campbell looking for Alford on the drive. And we're going to have an exclusion here. No, are they going to say this is on Alford?
Wow. Riley gets the penalty. So back.
So Lily Riley is on
Riley's
defense here. Okay, so it is. It's a 5-meter penalty. Okay, it's on Lily Riley. We'll have a penalty shot.
Diaz.
So Diaz will take the penalty shot. I was like, well, listen, Lily Riley was on defense, so.
Yeah, why are they going back the other way? Oh, wait a minute.
Skip shot and Diaz scores. Diaz with her second tally on the 5-meter penalty. The penalty shot for the Mustangs gives them a 1-goal lead, 3:40 to go. The Vaqueros need to come up with an answer. Dykstra working against Witkowski. In the corner, this is Riley. Dykstra at the point. Across that one, broken up by Mosqueda. Mosqueda on the dribble. Tries to center, looking for Witkowski. Another foul called. This will be an exclusion. They will send Dykstra off. Quickly to Mosqueda on the wing. Mosqueda fouled by Wigzell. Centers, one-timer over the crossbar from Witkowski.
That's a great job defensively getting back on the backside of Witkowski. She did not see it. And Santa Barbara keeps it a one-score ball game here.
Yeah, remember that moment potentially. A 2-goal lead would have been huge.
2:54 to go here in the final quarter of play, and Delta up by 1.
Parson looking for Wigzell down low. Instead, she goes in the corner to Bray. Bray is fouled by Mosqueda.
Exclusion.
So power play for Santa Barbara. Russell Sadoff just scored for Santa Barbara, goes back up top. Shimizu back to Russell Sadoff. This is Shimizu, still 15 on the shot clock. Fouled by Witkowski. Lobs to Bray. Bray tries to skip and does.
Watch the replay here. Bray, good reception of the pass. Just past the keeper for the goal. She knocks it up.
Yeah, you almost thought she might one-time it, but she goes for a couple of fakes there and then able to just slide it inside the post. 2:16 to go. Back to a tie game. High drama in the third place game. Women's Water Polo Championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Lee, guarded by Dykstra. Dykstra commits the foul.
Turnover.
Steal by Parson. Santa Barbara looking to counter, and a foul called. Dykstra across to Riley. Riley wants to center. Shot from Dykstra, stoned by Powell. Well, a shot on goal from Kemi Dykstra, and Powell able to get the block and maintain the tie. Mosqueda fouled by Bray. Another foul. Mosqueda looking down low for Taylor Campbell. Campbell fouled by Wigzell. Centers. Alford open. Instead tries to pass it back, looking for Lee, and it's stolen by Dykstra. I think Alford had a shot there, but instead goes for the pass. Quickly ahead to Wigzell. Hannah Wigzell on the drive at the 2-meter line, blocked by Powell.
Oh my goodness.
Now a counter opportunity. Diaz, it's a 2-on-1. Diaz in from the left. Hard drive, goes to the lob. That's blocked by Poulos.
Powell and Poulos.
The goaltender taking over here late. This is Dykstra on the drive. Gets around Campbell. Foul called. Chucky Roth wants his team to keep attacking as they send off a Mustang player.
38 seconds.
6 on 5. Ball loose in front, and Powell is able to get there.
Timeout Delta. 32 seconds remaining. Smelling overtime here, Jeffrey.
How about the excitement down the stretch here in the third place game, tied at 7. 32 seconds to go. Mustangs have the ball tied at 7. They get it to Lee. Wigzell all over, looking for Diaz, and a foul called. That's going to go against Lily Riley. Diaz back up top.
20 seconds.
Brianne Martinez with a shot from outside. And that one catches the post. Long rebound, and Mosqueda's going to chase it back. There's another chance here for the Mustangs as a foul is called.
6 seconds.
The foul against Alyssa Russell-Sadoff. Mosqueda has time maybe for one pass. The shot's got to come quickly. Diaz fouled by Riley. Riley's going to back off. Lob shot!
Oh!
Jessica Diaz! 2 seconds remaining.
I got 30.
Chucky Roth wants a 30-second timeout.
Watch this shot one more time on the replay here. Diaz places it perfectly, fading away. That is Jordan-esque right there. And Delta with a 1-goal lead.
That came from outside the 5-meter line, time running down. And not only is it a great shot, but you got to give the entire team the awareness of the situation. They knew how much time they had, and she takes the shot from way downtown. And finds the back of the net. 2 seconds. Last shot, a one-timer. Hits the crossbar. What a great last-ditch effort from Tori Bray. Slaps that one toward the goal and just catches the crossbar. The Mustangs reverse the trend here in meeting number 3 between these two teams. They get the 8-7 win. They get the 3rd place trophy here in the 2018 Women's Water Polo Championship. This is just our first game of the day. We're going to come back with the Women's Championship for you. That'll be Sierra College taking on Fullerton College here from West Valley.